Welcome, Bank Street community. I'm really excited to make this small film for all of you to learn more about affinity spaces, but also to meet the diversity, inclusion, and equity team. My name is Maria. I identify as she, her. I am Latina. I present white. I was born and raised in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I am really excited for the opportunity this year for all of us to build community and a sense of belonging.
Hi, Bank Street community. My name is Becky Eisenberg. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am the Upper School Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Team Leader, as well as a 10s 11s Humanities teacher.
Hello, Bank Street community and families. I am Shayla Clark. She, her pronouns. I identify as a Black cisgender woman. I am this year the middle school representative for the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion team. So nice to see everybody.
Hey, Bank Street community. My name is Candace. I am the woodshop teacher here at Bank Street. I use she, her pronouns. I identify as a cisgendered, queer Latina woman. My family and I are from Venezuela, and I present white. It's good to welcome you in, and I'm excited for the new year.
Hello, Bank Street community. My name is Elizabeth Jarvis, and I'm the assistant in the lower school, which means that I work in all of the classrooms in the lower school, supporting the students and the teachers. And this year, I'm also on the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion leadership team, and it's very exciting to be part of that team. I identify as she, her, hers, and as an African American woman or as a Black woman.
Why do we have affinity spaces here at Bank Street? Why are they important? I hope that listening to the stories that you're going to hear now are going to allow you to understand the great benefits that affinity spaces create for families, for children, and the adults in our community.
I've worked in many schools, many independent schools in New York, and I will say that being a person of color in independent schools, which are often predominantly white spaces, it's really important to have that space where Black and brown people can come together and talk about the challenges of our work.
So, affinity groups have been powerful for me in a number of ways. As a parent, the affinity group that I'm joining this year, I'm looking forward to seeking support from other families and just really connecting and building relationships with other family members, grown-ups who are sharing some of the same experiences that I am as a parent.
Affinity spaces are important to me personally because I know that they make me feel more at home and at ease in larger groups of people, like an institution, like a large community like Bank Street. I know that it is a place where I will be met and seen with similar experiences. And very often we share experiences that I can relate to. And I sometimes think, well, I could have told that story myself.
Coming to Bank Street was the first time that I was ever a part of an affinity space as an educator of color. I then also experienced a Black affinity space at POCC, which was life-changing for me. It was the second time in my life after attending the HBCU that I felt seen, heard, and really could identify with all the people in the room. So I really appreciate affinity spaces.
What I have learned in the process of being a part of this group is that every one of our experiences might not be the same, but we begin to build a community and a sense um, of connection in and at the same time a sense of belonging into the institution, and ultimately also a powerful space in which we could think about our families of color, our children of color, and
Also, really just commune with one another, have an opportunity to talk and to play and to sing and to think and to be the best educators that we possibly can be in our spaces. And it's important for us to have that time.
Different white anti-racist affinity groups has similarly been very powerful in helping me to unlearn a lot of what I learned throughout my life, to examine my own biases, and really to be vulnerable in a space where I know that other people have shared similar experiences and learnings. And together, being vulnerable means that we can change and grow.
Thank you for taking the moment to listen to the different ways in which affinity spaces have influenced and have benefited members of our